I've been taking advantage of every analysis. Good morning, profitable traders. Welcome to today's CDA. Can you hear me? Kindly signify if you can hear me. All right. So I really hope we've been taking advantage of every trade call we give here. I hope you have been taking advantage of the analysis and you've been executing your trades on across your various currency pairs. If you have been taking advantage of this analysis, can you kindly signify on the chat box before we proceed for the day? Thank you for joining us, Mr. Isaac. Thank you for joining in, Eitayo. I really hope I got that correct. Good morning. All right, so before I get my response, I will just head straight to the chat so that we can go back to our trading desk and execute trades. So down to the XY on the weekly time frame, price is currently reacting from 78.6% fib level, right, to the upside. So I am strongly bullish on the dollar this morning. I am expecting the dollar to, trade into this tiny fair value gap here. And it may disregard it. It may respect it. Whatever happens, I am bullish on the dollar from the weekly time frame. And onto the daily time frame also, I am also bullish on the dollar. So I am really seeing a strong dollar for the day. Trading into this very fair value gap here. I'm just going to mark it up. And of course, price may also want to grab this liquidity residing above. So I am strongly bullish on the dollar. I'm interested in buying the dollar today. So down to dollar correlated pairs, the GBP USD and the euro. But firstly, I would like to start with the pound. So on the pound, of course, I am bearish on the pound. I am just going to draw my fib on this latest swing, right? So price is reacting off the 50% fib level to the downside. I am strongly bearish on the GU for the weekly time frame. I'm looking out to buy the GU. And also, we can see that on the daily time frame, GU is kind of caught up in a range. So I'm expecting that GU will grab this liquidity to the downside and sell all the way into this fair value gap here. So I am also, sorry. Into this fair value gap, I am anticipating to sell the pound against the dollar. Yeah, same thing on the 4 hours. I'm expecting that price will grab all of this liquidity to the downside. I am really, really bearish on the pound. Same thing here. I know that the sell has kind of left us in the way, but any little retracement I see down to this tiny up to this tiny fair value gap here, once I see my entry signature, which is the base and continuation and also variation on the 5 minutes, I will be confident to sell the pound against the dollar. Same thing with the Euro USD price is currently reacting off 61.8% fib level on the weekly time frame and down to the daily time frame. Yes, price is also looking very bearish. So I expect price to, take out this low, retrace a little and keep selling to the downside, grabbing diagonal liquidity. Euro is heavily bearish. Any little retracement into this fair value gap, that's what I am looking out for. Into this gap here, I will be slamming Euro USD to the downside. Same thing, if I see a retracement and my entry signature, I will be selling Euro USD. So I'd like to ask my colleague if they have their own bias for the various currency pairs. CJ, any bias?
Good morning, everyone. I don't have a different bias. I still say the same thing. Like we said yesterday, that we're expecting a bullish run, and then for Euro USD, we're expecting a bullish run to clear out those highs and then start selling downward. So after the FOMC, we saw the false breakouts to the upside. That's on Euro USD, and then started selling further. So I'm still very bearish on Euro USD as I've been since the previous week. For the dollar index, I'm very bullish on the dollar index. The point of interest where we had on the dollar index, it seems like something that it seems like something that price will come to visit maybe later in future. But as it stands, generally, dollar is quite bullish. Interest rates remained the same, so there is no negative bias to the dollar. So I expect it to continue being bullish as we continue to short Euro USD and GBP USD. For GBP USD, like I've said in previous days, still waiting for GBP USD to break out of the range. Once it does that, then my sentiment on it is going to resume. For Euro USD, the sentiment across board, as I'm seeing here, is very bearish. All right, so sentiment on GBP on Euro USD is bearish as at today, the 1st of February 2024. So I'm going short. I'm short on Euro USD. Right, so I would remain so until I see something else. So I'm expecting Euro USD to start reversing from somewhere around 0.7500. Okay, so anywhere below 0.7500 levels, I'll be expecting Euro USD to start reversing from there. So what I mean is that I expect a sell-off of Euro USD for like 30 more pips to the downside, and then maybe a potential reversal from there. So anywhere around 0.7500, I'll be selling Euro USD all the way. So that'll be all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So there's a question here. Someone says, can I take a trade now on Euro USD, or should I wait for a retracement to the fair value gap?
All right, so for Euro USD, it has cleared some lows, some liquidity has been grabbed. So what I would advise you do, wait for a pullback. Any pullback you see, you enter. The first pullback happened somewhere around 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. this morning. All right, so that was when the first pullback was concluded. So if you want to take a trade, you rather wait for it to pull back to, let me get the exact price level. You can wait for it to pull back to around 0.7930 level. 0.7930 level. If it pulls back to that region and start showing you signs of continuation, then you can go short on Euro USD. All right, so just patiently wait for the pullback to happen because it has expanded. After the retracement, you go short. I hope the question is answered.
I hope that was clear, sir, to the person who answered the question. If you have more questions, kindly signify or put it on the chat box. All right. If there are no questions, I'll just call on our gold digger to
Somebody that's selling, somebody that's always selling gold. You know, digging gold digger, man. You're always looking for something in gold now.
I'm not a good digger. I'm a good trader. Morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so this morning we are going to take a look at gold, the event that happened yesterday, and also let's see where are we heading to now. You like to take a sell limit now? Sell limit on what? Sorry. Okay, probably you. Okay. All right, for gold, or okay, no problem, no problem. Just make sure you watch out for the market well before you execute. Is that clear? All right. Now for gold, yesterday, as we are all expecting interest rates, myself and CJ were on the screen yesterday night when the interest rates came out. And we just want to see where are we heading to exactly. And we've seen it, nothing changed. However, we know that that is giving some level of strength to the dollar, like Cynthia already said. There's some level of strength to the dollar. Then remember, tomorrow again is NFP. This already make a clarity for the next, if not up to 2 or 3 months now. We know that interest rate is certain. Up to next month, rather, interest rate is 5.5, no cutting, no increase. It's just there. So the next thing we are just going to be watching out maybe this month is if yen would increase their interest rate, or any other bank that wants to increase their interest rate, and that will help us to know where value is necessarily going to move to in that particular time. However, if we look at the impact of the news yesterday on gold, we could see clearly where gold came to. Yesterday morning we drew something on this daily time frame, which is the order block there, which is this order block here. We see the way price, rally all the way into it and prior to the news. And one of the things I also watch out for in the course of the news, anytime a major news is coming out like that, is you need to see the reaction of the market pre-news. If you begin to see any unnecessary rally pre-news, then that is giving you a clue, not the main verdict. That's not the verdict that, okay, if you see a very strong rally on maybe GU or gold or any any USD pair before any major USD news, that does not mean automatically is going to be a dollar strength. No, but most times that happens very well when you are going to see some kind of unnecessary rally prior to the news. When you see that, then that is giving you a clue to what is about to happen during the news. That means they are trying to reprice. We call it repricing. Get the point now. So that's very, very important. So yesterday, prior to the news, we saw gold did almost about 180 to 200 pips to the upside, just running as if it's on steroids. And when it gets to the POI there, which is this daily order block here, we see its reaction there. When it gets to that particular level, it begins to tank back. Now, before the news, prior to the news, like an hour to the news, it begins to form some cell structure, lower, low, lower, low, lower, lower, low. As a matter of fact, I try entering that cell, and prior to the news, I break even, then just came, hits my BE, and kicked me out with just $12 and ran crazy in my direction. So that is very, very important. And I think that's what you all should also learn too when you are exactly, yes, that's a clean move. When you are trading and you know that a major news is coming, it's very important. It's either you leave your trade at BE, or you go out, or you leave your SL there. Just that most times there are some news that doesn't respect SL, such as NFP, such as CPI. Those two major news, they can be very, very bloody. So you try to manage your risk whenever you are trading in that direction. So make sure you give it that one. And now when gold rally into that other block, we could see, let's look at it on 4 hours and see it. Still on this time frame, we can still see that it's still very much bullish. Yes, even though the dollar is trying to form some strong edge there, but we can see gold is much bullish on the daily time frame. Can you see it now? It's much bullish on the daily time frame. However, I still expect some level of pullback to the downside. And where do we expect that to sell to? Into this daily order block here. We see it rally all the way into this daily order block. Then we follow it to the downside. This is it. I will follow it back because we are going to see price react at this level. You see it now, this other block here, price definitely should react there. So that's where my POI is, where we know that, yes, if gold is going to sell, it's still going to sell to this other block here. Can you see it? So we expect price to tank to that level. However, if price gets there and it turns back, it's coming to clear this level clean. You see this wick that just break everything to the upside is telling us a story that this level is already weak. And if you go to the monthly time frame to check that particular level, you can see it that price has been testing that level since 2020. You see it first, also it came back again 2022, came back again 2023, now 2024, it came back, you know, broke out of it and closes back inside that level. So the reason why we won't conclude that this level won't hold again is because price did not close outside of it. You only see the wick test it and return back into that particular level again. So all we are looking out for is, well, on the daily time frame, we want to see price, you know, short to this level. Then let's see the reaction of the market in this level and we follow it. But I'm still, like we said late last year in December, this year, I am suspecting a rally of gold for this year. Because if you look at every other country's economic data too, you are going to see that most people now would run into safety. And because of what we are hearing up and down, wars, you know, or everybody trying to prepare for war and likes like that, we are going to see gold rally. So this year, I'm looking forward to gold rally. However, if it shorts all the way to this level, that's when we should look forward to the rally to the upside. Now, for the daily time frame, how do we, for today, what are we looking out to do for today? If you look at it, looking at our normal structure, we can see price already broke this level. Can you see it? This is the base. Price broke it, but not violently to the downside. You get the point now? So this is more of the sweep on the 1 hour time frame. This is more of the sweep, and this is the shoulder. So when price came back to this place, this is Asian session. For those who trade Asian session, you may have entered your trade here, and that will have given you, think, yeah, from 2047 to 2041, that's about 60 pips for those who trade Asian session. However, if you don't, just wait for your own setup during London and New York. And if you come to the lower time frame, let's check on 15-minute time frame. We are going to see any entry there. On 15-minute time frame, we've not seen clear entry. Can you see price actually broke this level, but the whole of this place looking more like a shoulder. We need to see a microstructure inside of it, inside of this level, then we can easily follow it up that way. Does that make sense now? So that is what you should also look out for. That's what you should look out for. And on 5 minutes, let's go for the entry. If you are going to see anything on 5 minutes for entry. Now, on 5 minutes, this is what we are seeing here on 5 minutes. We can see this forceful break to the downside, and this is the shoulder on 5 minutes. So that's why I said earlier that price came into that level, but it was during the Asian session. So just wait and see if you are going to see another entry. And if there's no any entry, just go and look at GU or EU. Those ones will give you peace of mind to some extent. Get the point? So let's look at the yen basket. Now for the yen basket, our bias still remains the same. We are bullish. Look at it on the daily time frame, like we said, since Monday. we are bullish on the yen basket, and that's it. All through yesterday was a bullish market. The same thing today. However, I'm expecting price to react from this level. Why? Look at this daily order block here. This is it, this particular level. For those who got our email on Sunday, you can see clearly that we marked this rally and we put at this level, we expect price to pull back a bit. You get point. So if today closes somewhere around this place, tomorrow we may see a pullback into this level, and this will serve more like a fair value gap. Let's mark that place so that we can have a clue of it tomorrow morning. This is it here. Meaning if this candle closes above this level today, this daily candle, if it closes above this level today, tomorrow we may see a pullback into this level. Can you see it now? We may see a pullback into that level. And what informs me about that is, if you look at this, now look at this, price came all the way to break this resistance forcefully, and you see price tap into it. So this would still stand as a resistance here, and price should react from this level here back to our line. All right, so that is that. Now on the daily, on the 1 hour time frame for the yen basket, you can still see clean bullish move, even forming a bullish flag. However, we still expect exactly, see, this is where we marked on the daily time frame. We still expect price to come back and tap into it, and you can see the fair value gap below here. Can you see it? So those are the things you should look out for, and that will inform you the kind of trade you should take. All right, now the GJ, if you are expecting yen basket rally, that is informing us that GJ should short to the downside, and that is what we are seeing. Look at it on the daily time frame. You're still going to see on the daily time frame, this was where we expected to break. It already broke it to the downside, and see where it's coming to now. Now, when yen basket gets to that daily order block, by that time, we are going to see GJ gets to this particular level too. Can you see it now? So there should be a level of price reaction somewhere around this place. Can you see it now? Somewhere around this place. So we may still see GJ sell a little bit to the downside, then resume back. However, if dollar is strong, like dollar is very strong today, and GU is weak, we may just see GJ just be ranging. We just see it ranging. You get the point now. Or we see it tank a little bit more to the downside if dollar is strong and GU is weak. All right. So if you look at the yen GJ on 1 hour time frame, you're going to see clearly on the 1 hour time frame. All right, good. We've seen this. This is the latest structure that we've seen on the 1 hour time frame. Price has broken this place to the downside. You see it now, clear this low to the downside. So what we want to see again is if it's going to, let's check on the 15-minute time frame if you are going to see a sell structure. All right. Price already broke this to the downside now, but the sell structure is not that much clear and clean. However, this can still be a shoulder, while this should be a sweep, and there's no really that forceful break to the downside. So instead, what we should be looking out for is when the market is going to, that pullback that we are expecting, that is for the yen basket to pull back a little bit so that this guy can rally to the upside a little bit. So that is that on the yen basket. And make sure you are trading cautiously, because today there's nothing much in the market today. I mean, news, when it comes to the news, if we look at let's check Forex Factory, the calendar for today, there's nothing much today. It's only tomorrow that we are having NFP. All right. Okay, PMI 430. Oh, there's something today. Oh. There truly is something today.
There's a lot today.
Possible.
There's a lot too.
All right. We can see today we have unemployment claim. Amazing. Okay. So GBP bank rate also is coming out today. Then please, if you are trading GJ, this time just watch out. So you may see GBP, rally, but their own bank rate is not that much. You are going to just see the effect in the market, and that's it. So GBP bank rate is coming today, and we also have the unemployment claim coming by 2:30, then PMI coming by 4 p.m. So watch out for those news and get the best of it. Good morning, sir.
Morning. Morning, good morning, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I don't think they can. Okay, yes. All right. So the move on GBP-JPY has finally happened, the sell, just like you said. We've been waiting for this sell for a long time, for a very long time. And I hope this shows all of us who have been following the TDA how trading works, how trades ripen, if I can use that word, how trades ripen. So obviously we discussed this, we've been discussing it since last week, the sell move, and it finally started happening yesterday. However, you can see the fair value gaps, potential positions for pullback. Anytime price moves against you, or anytime a move starts and leaves you behind, what you can do is look for fair value gaps in that move. Anytime you see a sharp move, a break of structure, look for fair value gaps, mark them. So you can mark those fair value gaps for us. Okay, that's one. Mark the fair value gaps. I'm sure all of you know what a fair value gap is. You should know what a fair value gap is. So mark the fair value gap. Apart from marking the fair value gap, mark the flip zones. The flip zones. What's a flip zone? A flip zone is a zone where previous support became resistance if you are selling. So that's a flip zone where Lekon is marking right now. It was a resistance, right? It was a resistance. It was a support rather. Price broke through the support and we expect it to become a resistance. There's also another flip zone below, the low of Tuesday. There's a flip zone there too on the low of Tuesday. We can mark that as well. The low of Tuesday. And you can see that flip zone, you see the way it's flipped very nicely. That one was very sweet because it's a flip zone. It's also a fair value gap. So you can see how it was a perfect place for a retest and price collapsed to the downside. Let's see if there are any untapped fair value gaps. Okay, there's a flip zone here again, the low of yesterday, That whole region is a flip zone. Exactly. And there's a fair value gap right there at the base of the flip zone. Usually there should be a fair value gap inside or very close to your flip zone. All right. So you mark those levels. Those are the levels you are interested in for pullbacks. There's a flip zone. Okay, it's been tapped into. Then, of course, another thing you can use for pullbacks is your Fib, your Fibonacci. You want to enter at 61.8, above 50 generally. Above 50. Okay, that's a shoulder there, exactly. So you now calculate the range, how far price has gone, and you now ask yourself, is it possible for price to come back all this way? All right, so you now fib this at 61.8. Let's fib that swing at 61.8 levels to find a premium price that price can pull back to. I'm just trying to show you how to enter when price leaves you. Okay. So do you see where our 61.8 is? Does it coincide with any of the levels you may have seen? Does it coincide with any of the levels you may have seen? Does it?
Yes, sir.
So do you see the potential levels? We have a 50 level and a 61.8. So all the way from that 61.8 up until 78.60, 78.6, that whole region, 187 and above, that's where we are expecting a pullback, or that's where we can enter a sell. All right. So you can enter just above the 50 level, or you can wait for price to pull back significantly and enter there. I hope this is helpful for someone. Price has already gone, the train has already gone, sentiment aligns, everything aligns. Sorry about that. I had a very crazy long day yesterday. So this, anytime price leaves you, don't just rush and say, hey, it has gone, let me enter. It's when you enter, you will see pullback. Right where you enter, that's where you see the pullback. So anytime price leaves you, what did I say you should look out for? Look out for your fair value gaps, look out for your flip zones, look out for your liquidity levels, look out for your premium and discount levels. Wherever they all coincide, that's helpful, all right? Okay, so the second thing, please, everybody, every single person that has watched this, there are 23 of you right now, please, I want you to identify one trader, one in your circle, whether it's an aspiring trader, someone who says they're interested in Forex, and send them the link. Send them the link to join the TDA. I want us to hit 100 people latest by the second week of February. If everybody here brings one person, it will be helpful. Except this TDA has not helped you in any way. I don't know if there's anybody that will say, oh, we are looking at GBP JPY to sell, and we have been tracking it for like a week now. It has finally sold. So it's not about just dropping signals or say, oh, sell now. That doesn't help you. So please, if this has been helpful, invite at least one person. It's very simple. Just take the link and post it. Those of you who are watching this on your phone, take a screenshot. Just take a screenshot and say, I got value. Upload it on your WhatsApp status with the link to the TDA. That's all you can do for us. We want to reach as many traders as we possibly can with this TDA. So please, 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 yes, it is free, but if you do this for us, we'll be grateful. All right? What other things are we looking at again? Basically, everything has been said. We're going to be rolling out some initiatives this month as we proceed. Oh, happy new month, by the way. We're going to be rolling out some initiatives in this new month, and we're going to be giving out to some lucky people access to one of our bots. So it's based on your participation, it's based on your eagerness. We want to help people who are eager to trade. If you're not eager to trade, yes, you can be coming around, but if you are eager to trade, those are the people we want to do stuff with, all right? So that's basically it. Someone says Euro USD has retraced. Let's see Euro USD if there's anything to see there. Euro USD has retraced. The reason why Euro USD has retraced is there is no clear sentiment on the dollar yet. The dollar hasn't agreed across board. Where is the retracement of Euro USD? I don't see any retracement. What do we mean by retracement? What do we mean by retracement? Okay, on this small move to the upside, okay. Okay, that's a retracement. Well, yes, but it hasn't reached a premium level. It hasn't reached a premium level. See something. Let me show you something very interesting, guys. Look at Euro USD this morning. Do you see the way it has created liquidity? See that diagonal? Do you see the way it has created liquidity?
Yeah.
Not even there today, just today. Look at that diagonal liquidity. Those tight, small candles. Small candles. What is at the very start of that diagonal liquidity? There's a fair value gap. Right? I mean, guys. And if you look to the left of that, what are you seeing there?
Shoulder.
All the way to the left, there's a shoulder. As in, this is, zoom in, this is textbook liquidity concept. Zoom in. Do you see what happened? There's a shoulder, left shoulder, there's a grab of liquidity, there's a break to the downside, then it created diagonal liquidity. Price is going to kiss 1.0814. That is going back into that fair value gap. Is going to kiss it. Whatever news comes out today is going to kiss that level. And when it kisses that level, it may tap into the fair value gap. That diagonal liquidity is just a giveaway. It's a giveaway. When you see things like this, mark that level. It's free money. It's free money. Shoulder, grab of liquidity, fair value gap, then creating small candles of diagonal liquidity. Price will tap into that level before it comes down. I hope this was helpful. Good morning, please. I joined late. Can I get a summary of GBP USD? It is because it's you, Omo, you're sorry. If not, we will not summarize anything for you, but you normally participate in the TDA, so we'll do a brief summary. Let's see GU. But you know there's a playback. Let's see GU. Okay. Same thing with GU. Same thing with GU. Shoulder, IOFED. So GU, obviously, we want to go to the downside, right? Look at the shoulder of Asia. Shoulder of Asia. Break of structure to the downside. So what are we looking for? The shoulder, the fair value gaps. Order flow is down. Order flow is down. The problem is dollar is not yet significantly strong. It's strong, but it's not significantly strong. It's not significantly strong. It's mixed. It's mixed. It's mixed. So, yes, that's the shoulder. That's the shoulder there. That's the liquidity void there. Exactly. That's the diagonal liquidity all the way down there. There's even a flip zone and a stopper shocker, or what people call evening star. Yesterday, you can see it, candle number 1, candle number 2, candle number 3. Candle number 1, candle number 2, candle number 3, which also doubles as an IOFED. Can you see, Lekon, show us candle number 1, candle number 2, candle number 3. Candle 1, exactly. Candle 2, candle 3. So that there's liquidity there too. So that's another place. So probability that price, oh, fantastic, Ola. We are here for you. Tell people, spread the word. How can only 23 people be on this TDA? But let me tell you, the reason why is because, number one, maybe people are busy. It's in the morning. Number two, People think trading is just signal entry. That's all. No, you must be able to tell the story, tell the narrative. So yes. So can you see the shoulder, Moyo? Sorry. Can you see the break of structure to the downside? Yes, there was a pullback. It broke yesterday's lows. There's a pullback. Where are the places we may be able to gain entry? Anything above 1.2710 levels. Then you can do your 61.8 of this move to the downside. 61.8. And then look out for those levels. Look out for those levels. Yes, I totally understand. And work is good. Work is good. For those of you who will make some money and then start looking down on work, when the market starts ranging, you will look for that work. You wish you had waited. When the market starts ranging, profit is good, salary is good. They are both good. Salary is not the bribe they pay you to forget your dreams. Salary is what keeps you alive while you are planning for your dreams. Don't try it. There was a season in my trading career, trading box me. I went to look for a job, and that job helped me. It really helped me to understand myself. And then a few years later, I resigned. So don't listen to people. If you like withdraw 10 million in one day, don't leave your job. Don't leave your job until you are making with the consistency of your salary profits. If you are not doing that, especially if you're a family man, please don't try it. Don't be deceived by the dollars. Get a job. All right. So 61.8 all the way. We're telling you when a move has gone, how do you catch the move? You look for liquidity levels. What are those liquidity levels? Fair value gaps, flip zones. Then anywhere liquidity was created, then 61.8 retracement. Those are potential setups, areas that you can get entry setups, okay? So that's basically it. There's not much to say. Never forget when you are trading, liquidity concepts, the concepts of structure and liquidity. You must understand them. And I don't mean understand everything. No. The one you know, understand. Like everybody that does TDA should know the box setup. You should know box. If you don't know box setup, you have not been paying attention to TDA. That's one. Number two, understand sentiment. Where value is coming from, where value is going to. We use yen basket to show you sentiment. We use DXY to show you sentiment. That's on TDA. But of course, we have our value flow models that show you sentiment more clearly. Then you can also use fundamentals, especially interest rate plays, to determine sentiment, interest rate differentials. All these words, you can Google them to determine sentiment. And of course, there's risk management, all right? So yes, worker and traders. One day I'll talk about this, how I was able to transition from being a worker to being a trader, the things you do to balance yourself out, all right? I think this is helpful enough. Let it go back to the guys on the floor. Thank you very much. Have a safe trading day. Cheers and God bless.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, everyone, good news to everyone. Good news, good news, good news. If you're in Abuja and you are close to Abuja, anywhere you are, Value Flow, we are coming to Abuja we are going to have a meet and greet. We are hosting an event in Abuja, like seminar in Abuja, not just meet and greet, like real seminar, full time. Everything you've been seeing online, you're going to see it live in Abuja from March. So prepare yourself. March, we are coming to Abuja. You are going to see every one of us live, and also you're going to have a lot of in-depth look into what we've been doing online. All right. And at the same time, for those who have been complaining, oh, money, you don't have much, you want to start trading. Some have been reaching out to us on our WhatsApp we don't have much, we want to start trading, all I have is just $50,000, all I have is 30, whatsoever. We just want you to know that this week we are giving out our ATM Plus Android for 30,000 naira, and it's going to be a live class, like a live class, not a pre-recorded video. It's going to be a live class, and you want to join that. That's a training on synthetic, which is going to be on Android. You get the point now? We are going to have that for everybody who is interested in taking that training. That will be coming up next week. So just spread the news, tell many people as much as possible, tell them to enroll for that. It's just for 30,000 naira. That money you want to go and use for Dorime weekend, and use it to help someone, to start trading. Exactly, yes, you need that. Very, very important. Also, we have our ATM cash flow too, which is strictly for those who you have a system, a laptop. You can also try to enroll for our ATM cash flow. That one is 100,000, and we have Sunshine Scalping, 60,000. FS Boot Camp too. We've had a lot of people enroll for that. You also want to join us for FS Boot Camp. That one is 125,000. And like we said, all you see where value is coming from and where value is going to is just Yen Basket and DSY. There is more to that. If you need that back-end information and you want to be very, very specific in your trading, in the pair you trade, your entries, everything you need the value flow model. So the value flow model will give you full insight into that. And the value flow model is going for 150,000 naira. So just reach out to us on our handles, and we are going to give you the best services you want, right? Our prop passing too is there. Stop blowing your prop account. We are here to help you. And if you don't have a clue, okay, which prop should I buy? Which one should I go for? Just reach out to us, our customer support. They are always there, giving you the best service, even though some people will come with very harsh look, everything, yet they will still make you smile when you are leaving. So always reach out to us. We are here to serve you better. All right. This will be the end of today's TDA. Make sure you trade cautiously, use your proper lot size. Don't knock on big lot. Get the point now. You trade cautiously, and make sure you follow us. Our social media handle is there. And at the same time, reach out to us via the WhatsApp contact you are seeing there. See you tomorrow morning. The time is 8:30 a.m. Cheers and God bless. Share the link with everyone. Don't be selfish. If you don't share the link to the TDA, you are selfish. And if you come tomorrow, you alone, NFP will catch you on Friday. All right. See you tomorrow.